Welcome everyone to Lem's Cryptoverse. Today, I'm going to show you something different. I'm going to show you some unique websites that I use to get information on specific blockchain projects and Dapps. And what I've shown you in the past have been some of the websites everyone knows about, like this one here on the heat map. What I'm going to do is give you about a half a dozen websites that I use. And this is only about 6 or 7 websites out of about 70 websites that I use. So this is only a small sample of the websites that I use to analyze blockchain projects. So let's get going. So the first one is probably the one you're familiar with, and this is the heat map. But what I wanted to show you here is that you don't just look at it daily. So you can click daily. You can actually choose year to date, yearly, monthly, and that's what I like about it. You could change the number of coins. If you just want to see the top 10 coins by market cap, you can do that. You can choose the top 300 coins. So this is a very flexible heat map. Now let me show you some of the more technical websites. The first one is, well, this may not be too technical, but you may not know about. This is Coinshares, and this one shows you flows. It shows you flows on a weekly basis going in and out of crypto. And this is volume 120 for February 27th. So total flows were negative, and that makes sense because crypto's been declining recently. But you can see they were positive last week and a week before, and that makes sense because crypto went up in price. So you can see as the flows go into crypto, crypto goes up in price. And this is flows by providers. So this includes ETFs, for example, and closed-end funds like Grayscale. And then here it's flows by asset. So you can see, as we discussed, flows have been declining overall, and you can see that most of that decline was attributed to Bitcoin, and a lot of that flow actually went into shorting Bitcoin. And you can see that Solana is actually getting some money finally. So that's a good sign. And the month-to-date flows are 1.5, because if you recall, Solana had a near-death experience with FTX. So the next one is Stakingrewards.com. And the reason I like this is twofold. Number one, you could see how much is staked, but you could also see how much inflation there is. So for example, Avalanche looks like they're giving you a lot of money, a lot of return of over 9%, but after inflation, the so-called adjusted reward, so that's basically the reward after inflation, is only 3%. And then you could actually click on it and you could see more detail about the specific project, like the staking ratio. And you want a high staking ratio, and you want that to be locked for a long period of time so people cannot unlock it. And you could see the minimum amount that has to be locked and the lockup period here. In this case, it's 2 weeks. The next website is CryptoRank, and this shows you venture capital funds, and you can actually search by project. So you can see Cardano raised $62 million. The next website is Artemis. And the Artemis website gives you a lot of information. It gives you historical information. So everyone knows that Solana almost went bust because of FTX bankruptcy. But yet you could see that Solana has a huge number of daily active addresses and has not gone down much. Actually, it's gone down, but it's not going anywhere. It's like up there with Polygon. So Solana and even Near are not going anywhere. So even though they had a near-death experience from FTX, you could see the project, their mainnets are still being used. And then you can get a lot more information, historical, like daily transactions. Again, you can see Solana was 19 million and ended beginning of December, and it's about 19 million. Actually, it's as of recently, it's for some reason not coming up. But basically, as of February 23rd, it's 18 million. So it's not going anywhere. And then if you go, you could see the total value locked, which is TVL. Now the DEX volume, the decentralized exchange volume, did disappear for Solana because of what happened with the Serum DEX that's related to FTX. And then you can see the fees, revenue, the stable coins. What I like it is it shows you historical social engagement in terms of Twitter. That's very important. And for some reason, Cardano's not here, but so Cardano has very high social engagement, so they should have put it here. This is why you need other data sources. And then you can do valuation if you want to see like market cap divided by daily transactions, market cap divided by total value locked, and then here you can get a table. The next website is Token Unlocks. And this website, you can see on the right here, the percentage of market caps that is unlocked. So to me, anything that's above 30% is pretty bad. And you can see we've got a lot of Dapps with huge locks. Like for example, 85% of Aptos' coins are locked. You can actually click on it for more detail. So that means that there's going to be a lot of dumping of Aptos' coins and a lot of inflation. You can see right here, the market cap is 2.2, but the fully diluted market cap is over 13 billion. So this is not a good thing. It doesn't mean that the market cap is going to go from 2 billion to 13. It means that if you include all those coins that are going to be dumped onto the market, that's what the market cap would be if everyone bought those coins. So this is a very bad thing. Now we've got another website. This is DefiLlama.com. And I want to show you that it's not just for total value locked. On the bottom here in this table, you can see that you can sort by fees, by revenues. And you can see that Ethereum's, of course, is number one, then Binance Smart Chain. So it's a very, very useful website. And then you've got Token Terminal, which is used for two things. People tend to use this for developers to see what are the daily active developers. And you also look at it for price to sales. So on the left side here, you can click on for valuation, like price to fees. So for example, it's saying that these Dapps are very overvalued if you're looking at price to fees. And then you can look at price to sales. And you can see that these are very expensive. But you remember, many of these are new Dapps and new blockchains. So they're going to be overvalued because the ecosystems are just getting started. So I wouldn't put too much weight on these ratios. What else could I show you? And then you can click on, which ones you want to use, you want to look at. And in the bottom here, similar to DeFi Llama, you can click on like blockchains, for example, and then sort by price to sales ratio from lowest to highest, for example, highest to lowest. So I thought I made a mistake. I was trying to sort from lowest to highest. I'm like, why do we have 216 for helium? Well, it turns out that 216 times a price to sales ratio is the lowest. I mean, these are just insanely high ratios. So if you go here, you can see that Near Protocol is valued at 4,000 times price to sales. I mean, this is just insane. But again, these are new protocols. That's why the ratios are so high, because they don't have too many revenues yet. And then next is, if you like NFTs, you can see the most NFTs of all time or in the last 24 hours, and you could actually choose per blockchain. And Cardano is very popular now for NFTs, as well as Solana. As you know or may know, Solana lost most of its DeFi total value locked, but the NFTs are doing quite well. And you can see right here that they've got some highly valued NFTs. And the last website I want to show you is DefiSafety. What this does is it ranks dApps according to a scorecard. It's almost like an audit of apps. And it has protocol reviews. You can click on them. And here, these are the highest. Actually, you could click on and see the highest rated protocols. So anything above 50 is good. So some of these are pretty highly rated. So this is Wormhole, the one that Solana uses. And you can see it has a score of 75 out of 100. That's good. It passed, even though it's been hacked hugely. Of course, the FBI is getting that money back, thanks to FBI. So sometimes the U.S. government does good things. And you can see that basically this is an audit, and it answers all these questions. I'm not going to go through this in detail. I just wanted to talk to you a little about it. And you can go back to these websites. So again, the websites that I want to talk to you about that are very, very useful are DefiSafety, Cryptoslam.com, Token Terminal, Defi Llama, Token Unlocks, and they did a great year-end paper on all the unlocks, and Artemis, as well as CryptoRank, Stakingrewards.com, Coinshares, and the last one is quantifycrypto.com. These are all very interesting websites. So thank you all for listening. If you like more of this, please subscribe to us and, of course, like us. Thank you, and bye-bye.